Hi, Year 3. Yesterday, you would have started to look at 2D shapes, and today you will be looking at them again. You would have learnt yesterday about the words edges and vertices that we can use to describe the way that they look. And you would have been introduced to our new word, polygon, which is a fancy word for a 2D shape that has straight edges and is enclosed. Today, we are going to be looking at something that you may not have heard of before. We are looking at something called regular polygons and irregular polygons. If something is regular, it's normal. If something is irregular, it's not quite normal. So a regular polygon is a 2D shape that has equal length sides and equal sized angles. Now remember that the word equal means the same. So it has the same length sides and the same sized angles. Here are some examples of regular polygons. We have a triangle, we have a square, we have a pentagon, and a hexagon. We know that these are regular polygons because all of their sides here are the same length and they have the same sized angles. Now remember, the word angles means when two lines join to make an angle, to form a point. So the angle is the space between these two lines, okay? So the space between where two lines connect. So their angles are the same size as well. That takes me to irregular polygons. An irregular polygon is a 2D shape that has all different sized sides. So their sides are not equal and they have all different sized angles, that they are not the same. So here are some examples of what irregular polygons may look like. As you can see here, there's lots of different shapes. All of their sides are all different lengths. Their angles are all different sizes. Some are small like this. Some are big and wide. So they are all different sized sides and all different sized angles, which means they are irregular. I'm just going to explain this a little bit further for you because some people might get a little bit confused in the terms of regular and irregular, because there are some shapes that look regular because we've seen them a lot and they're familiar, but they're not actually regular shapes, regular polygons. Okay, so an example for you now, I'm going to draw a 2D shape. I want you to tell me if you think it is regular or irregular. Well, pretend I've used a ruler on that one. So what is this shape? Is it regular or irregular? Have a little time to think. Okay, this shape is regular. And I'm going to explain why we know this. We can see that all of our sides here are the same length. This side is going to be the same as this side. We can tell that the angles are all roughly the same size. So that makes this shape regular. Have a look at this shape here. We can tell that this shape is a heart. Is this a irregular or regular shape? Have a think. This shape is irregular. And the way I know this is because all of the sides are different lengths. We have different sized angles going on, which means that it is not a regular 2D shape. Now, this is the one I want to show you because it tends to trick us. We all know what this shape is. We've seen it lots of times before. It's a rectangle. Okay, your rectangle would look much better because you would have used a ruler. So here is a rectangle, and people may mistake this one for a regular shape because we've seen it lots of times. But remember, it doesn't matter how many times we've seen the shape or how familiar we are with it. An irregular shape is a shape that has different sized sides and different sized angles. Okay, if you look at this rectangle here, are all of its sides the same length? No, you have two sides that are the same, and then you have a different two sides that are the same, which makes this rectangle, or all rectangles, irregular, because the criteria for a regular shape has to be that all of the sides are the same, like a square. All of the sides are the same length, so that one is regular.